The Heidelberg Project is an ongoing art piece created by Tyree Guyton 33 years ago in Detroit, Michigan. He continues to add to it today, providing the community with a sense of pride, dignity, and the power to do anything.
It's completely different to anything I've ever seen. And I think it's one of these things you just can find all sorts of interesting any way you look. And I think it's a great way of regenerating an area that needs some help.
Well, sometimes when you do something that's different, when you do something that does not really meet or match the status quo, it might initially piss some people off, especially when you're using materials that are considered castaways or discards. You have to, and Tyree demonstrated this. He is a man who was born and raised in that community, and he decided to take matters into his own hands, and he didn't look at what he didn't have. He looked at what he did have, and what he had was his imagination. What he had was his community. What he had was a great idea.
Once you get to the planned art, you can do interesting and different things because you've got the facilities to do it. When something like this, you're just, it's an objet trouvé, and they are curating them and putting them into some weird forms of connections that they have at the time. My question I have is the time on each of these clock faces the time they painted them? Huh. That's my thought for today. I was like, is that what is going on? Yeah, this has a kind of free spiritness to it that I like, but it is. Yeah, I'm still taking it in.
Listen, there are 196 or 95 countries in the world. We have signatures in our guest books of over 144 countries. So yeah, because you're talking about something that is unlikely, and I think that you need something for all people.
You know, the fact that you can walk up and down the streets, through the piece, through the project, see it develop over time, the fact that it feels unplanned on a micro level and a macro level, I think it brings a lot more of your imagination to the project. And you know, whether or not you grew up around here, you really feel like you're a piece of this project as it's developing.
As you can see, the Heidelberg Project is as beautiful as ever, and with art being constantly added, there is no reason not to come down to the heart of Detroit and gaze upon the community's effort to better the society.